Alright, y'all, day 75. Wow, 75 freaking days out here. Still going strong, still feel good. Coffee's just kicking in, so life's always better. And I know most of y'all know what I mean. That's where we started yesterday, Silver Hill. 1477, only 712 left, but I like that number there because that means in 20 miles that we did yesterday, we are now under 700 miles to go. So this is where we are right here, Limestone Shelter. 694 left. Boom. And crossing over 1500 here in about 2 hours. What I have to do though is backtrack to Mount Prospect because thunderstorm hit yesterday, probably slowed them down, but a couple of people left trail magic. I'm sorry, I can't remember your name, but I will go back in and comment again. So I'm going to go back up to Mount Prospect real quick, grab the Coke and the blocks that they left, hopefully if they're still there. And then, and y'all got to know how I hate to backtrack on the trail. But it's only 0.7, so maybe I'll go get it. I don't want them to spend money for nothing though. And hey, I sure do appreciate y'all coming up here and doing that. But we're going into Salisbury today, so basically mile 1500. We're going to get recharged, refit. Had a good sleep last night. Finishing up my Maxim coffee. Sorry, can't get no light in there. Let y'all look around the campground. Okay, I don't know how good that was. I'm gonna turn the camera around real quick. All right, so I'm gonna get packed up here. It's 5:30. I'm gonna go ahead and get everything ready, get into town, get everything I need, and plan is to get back on the trail first thing tomorrow morning. I've been watching a lot of videos. Still got some that I want to see from both Spielberg and Bigfoot. And you know, I'm going back to Gator Miller's videos. His are valuable to me right now because me and him started on basically the same day, if y'all didn't know that. I think I started the day before he did. He tried to start on the 15th or 16th and they had an ice storm. So he had a delay. I think he started on the 17th. But seeing how the mud was last year when he was in Vermont, I watched a little bit of it yesterday. Looks manageable. Vermont was one of his favorite states when he walked through it. There were some personal reasons for that too, but it's good to hear. And Spielberg commented yesterday, if you didn't see it to me, I don't think it was a private one, or even if it was, it's worth saying again that the last third of the trail, he called it a spiritual journey, the spiritual side of the trail. Man, that just reinvigorated me. It's like somebody shot me with adrenaline. I'm looking so forward to getting up here now. Yeah, things are great, man. The weekend was great. Thanks to everybody that came out. Easy Rider and his wife, Lynn, that belt is outrageous. You know, it's hard in the moment to look at something and know how special it is. But as I sat here for a lot of hours yesterday afternoon just chillaxing, man, that belt is really special. So I appreciate both of y'all, man. That's something that I will cherish until I die. I'm going to go ahead and mail that thing home today to keep it safe because I don't want to mess that thing up. Yeah, alright y'all. We're going to get this done and get into Salisbury. I'll try to film a little bit down there. I don't think it's a big town. In fact, I know it's not a big town. I don't know what there will be to film. But if there's something, y'all know I'll do it. And lastly, I just want to answer a question of... it wasn't Stickbell. I'm trying to think who asked it. I'll go back and look. It's my Virginia guy. Anyway, I wanted to answer your question. You asked it a few days ago and I never answered it, but do you think you could go back to the start and not blog and still make the through hike? That's a tough question to erase all of this and go back and start again. Yeah, there's no doubt I can make the through hike. Because I guess the harder question is, if you if you knew everything that you knew about vlogging and what it brought to you, and then if you just started alone and didn't vlog and didn't have this social media support team behind you, could you make it? And yeah, that's what I envisioned the whole time I was going to through hike. Other than, I mean, I saw Craig's and Bigfoot's and Gators and Dixie's videos and, you know, the rest of them. And to be honest with you, I saw the support. Like, Spielberg was he's so authentic, man. He's so appreciative of the following that he had. I think that's the only time I really understood a little bit of what that support network would be like. I think we're taking it to this whole new level out here, and I don't think that's because I'm more authentic than Spielberg. I would say he's probably the most authentic dude that I've ever seen on YouTube, to be honest with you. I just think it's because I can get these videos posted on a daily basis now. And I think people are going to take what I'm doing to the next level next year, or even this year. At some point it's going to be live video, and I don't know how I feel about that, but it'd be pretty cool, right, if somebody had a camera on their head their entire walk during the day or whatever, and you can just tune in and see where they're at, and maybe ask them a question in their earphones or something. But anyway, I think I could make the through hike without this. Would I want to make the through hike without this any other way? No, man. Like, this has ruined me at this point. If I ever went and did another long trail, which I don't plan on doing, but you never know, after my son's out of the house and me and the wife get an RV and we feel like doing something adventurous, maybe, I'm going to carry y'all along with me. So my hard-headed answer is yes, I can do anything. That's the ego talking. The realistic, authentic early riser answer is I don't think I'd want to without the audience at this point, man, because you guys have changed the game with this. All right, out. All right, one thing I wanted to bring up about sleeping on this wooden platform, which I love, man. Everything's just, you have a little platform on each side of the tent. You ain't got to worry about dirt. It's pretty good, even though I'm just disgusting right now. I smell like a privy. However, when it got down to about 42 last night, just like in a shelter, it's a lot colder when you're sleeping on a platform like this, obviously, because air is getting under you. So this is why I didn't do it last night. I didn't realize it was going to be, and I wasn't cold, I was warm. It took me a while to realize where the cold was coming from. I was like, damn, is this quilt? Like, what's going on? It wasn't a quilt. It was really the sleeping pad sitting on top of cold air. So I ended up pulling out my puffy jacket, laying that underneath my upper body. Still a little chilly. What I should have done, and what I used to do in the winter all the time on really cold nights, especially in a shelter, I'll take my pad, my sit pad that I cut up, or cut off a regular Thermarest Z pad, and I'll lay that underneath my core, underneath my sleeping pad, just for that extra insulation. That's why I'm not a big fan of the Z seat, because it's so small. If you have a, I'll tell you, if you're going to spend over 100 days out here on through hiking, to me it was worth cutting up a Z pad and making a bigger seat. And now, even if I get a hole in my air mattress right now and I'm out in the woods and I can't replace it, I can use this for some level of comfort sleeping on until I get back to town and can get another air mat. So just keep that in mind. The Z seat's good. However, it wasn't big enough for me, and this thing weighs next to nothing, so it's not like you're increasing a weight penalty or incurring a weight penalty that much. Alright, y'all, it's 6:30. Making my way out of Limestone Creek Shelter. It's a really nice shelter if you want to do the walk, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and posit that about 95% of through hikers are gonna get to the cliffs that I had to climb down. Cliffs is a strong word, and decide that this probably ain't the best place to stay, only because of the energy you gotta exert to get down here. And I'm usually in that 95%. But it's either this or go pay 40 bucks. And this is a really good, almost a half a day break. And now I get about another 3/4 day break, so worked out well. Just to give you the view of the climb down and then the climb out of the shelter. And again, the camera probably don't do the steepness justice, but feel good. No issues. 7:15. I'm finally back northbound, gaining traction again. Heading into town. The clarity of the poor decision making there on my part is very clear. Do not backtrack to seek what might not be there anymore. But anyway, Art, I appreciate it, buddy. I hope y'all came back and got it and just didn't tell me instead of somebody grabbing it, but whatever. The sentiment was there. I was going back for the note more than anything, because people's sentiments in these notes that they leave with their trail magic has really been inspiring to me, so thanks, man. I'm telling y'all, Connecticut, though short, has been just inspiring to me. One of my favorite states for sure. Love it. Love to live here, I think. I was just reading comments from this morning's video. Yeah, I tripped a couple of times, so again, I blame y'all if I get hurt. I can't make it to Katahdin. It's the ER crew that did it. Mike Burton was talking about he doesn't know if he'd be able to handle all the attention out here, and that's a good point. Spielberg, when he sat down with me and we sat there for 5-10 minutes, one of the things he asked me is, how you doing with loneliness? And I said, kind of back in jest, pretty quick, of hell, I can't find alone out here, and I really can't. And I don't mean that because a lot of you are coming out to do trail magic and stuff. I mean that more as there's just a lot of people out here. And so this comes back to the introvert extrovert. As an introvert, me passing people on the trail every day, being cordial, saying hi, maybe having a brief conversation with them, and I'm full. Like, that's all I need. That is about as much human contact as I want or desire. We just saw Hiker Feet quit, though, because she said she was lonely. So clearly, and this isn't me being judgmental, this is just me using what I know about the human condition, of that what I consider enough is severely lacking in her world. She needs more intimate contact with people. I love walking alone all day. I prefer it. Sounded like it was eating her alive. So just those dichotomies between humans that we all have to understand. Just past Billy's view, and it's a view of clouds. So again, it's important as humans that we don't think about us. We think about the other person. What do they prefer? What is their context? Because if we come into every situation and apply what we think is right, we're going to be unsuccessful in our communication with that other person. So me, I try to be open as much as I can. I try to be personable. But yeah, like Mike said, at some point, y'all see it every night, I'm looking for a place to hide. I'll climb in my tent and I don't come out. I'll pee in a bottle all night. I don't care. As long as I can just get in there and recharge my introverted batteries. And then tomorrow I'll come out and be cordial. And whatnot. So loneliness to me, what is loneliness to early riser? To me, that'd be more like, I was out here for 2 months and I don't see anybody. Yep, I'd be craving some human contact at that point. Take my family out of it, because obviously that's a whole different set of factors. But yeah, that's what I define as loneliness. Some people, man, they can't go a day. So to each his own, but we just have to figure out the people that we're interacting with so we can best communicate to them, with them, and we don't do things that make them so uncomfortable they don't want to be around us, right? All right, anyway. Road walk into Salisbury. Matrix Monday. Some people are driving crazy already. Going to get some breakfast. Cool little bike trail. Leads you into town, gets you off the road. A little bit of a shortcut from the main road, so pretty cool. Cool little houses lining this little path. I love Connecticut. Very cool, very pretty. My spring fever's hitting probably, that's why everything's so joyous right now, so I'm gonna ride that wave. All right, y'all, at the Sweet Williams Coffee Shop and Bakery. Right here in downtown Salisbury. Got a ham and cheese croissant, cheese Danish, banana, and a coffee, and it's gonna be awesome. What's cool too is the post office is right there, general store is right there. Right behind these shops is the market. So an easy place to walk in and resupply real quick. And there are also a couple of places, a couple of people's houses you can stay at, and a couple of bed and breakfasts. Meal number 2, I'm at the Country Bistro. This is going to cost me an arm and a leg, probably about $20. It's delicious so far.